Jonathan, in this same community just this year, 3 elderly people had to escape their burning home. Fortunately, they all made it out safely. Just take a look at this. Shingles ripped from the roof, and the EMA director here in St. Clair County said this is the worst damage that she's seen countywide. This is the O from the Dollar Tree that came down with this hail damage, and we can try and take a look inside the building as well, or just take a look at some of the damage nearby. This is someone's mailbox just down a little further, debris from off of that garbage truck, also another piece of mailbox, all a path of destruction before that truck slammed into that townhome at the end of the street. You could see the chaos inside. You could see food spilled over, drinks everywhere, cups everywhere. You could see where people were probably running to get to a safe destination. So we are now just waiting to hear from Hoover Police. We are now inside the mall where that shooting took place. So just take a look inside the headquarters now, where a number of people are still here watching those numbers come in. They're dressed in their pink shirts. Randall McFarland started right here at station number 1, working as a driver on that line. And just take a look at the crowd that we have here behind me right now. A young lady is speaking at this moment, but for the last half hour they've been out here protesting. It is clear no guns allowed at any of Birmingham City schools, but still a loaded gun found at this middle school. Now there was a community sprayed with bullets.
It's heart-wrenching.
Police say it was a shootout in broad daylight on a Sunday afternoon. It happened here at 47th Street North. 2 people were shot, a 4-year-old and a grandmother.
It's the same child that we see on a daily basis out here playing and doing things that children do.
Birmingham police say one of the shooters brought the 4-year-old to the gunfight. She was shot in the head. The grandmother, who was in a separate car, was struck by a stray bullet in the neck and drove herself to fire station number 12 in Woodlawn. This woman, who didn't want to show her face, did the only thing she said she could do to help the 4-year-old little girl.
When they put her in the car and I seen that face again, I gave my keys to somebody. I'm trying to save her life. I don't care about a car. You can get another car. You can't get another life.
Birmingham police are fed up.
Fathers don't take their 4-year-olds to gun battles. And then to come here and move to another location, allow somebody else to take the child, where's the father? We don't know at this moment. But I guarantee you, we're going to lose some sleep until we get everybody that was involved.
Police say they don't have a clear motive for this shooting at this time.
All we know is they took their issue, came to the street, brought a child involved, recklessly just started firing rounds, didn't care about anybody in the area. And as you can see, an innocent lady was struck. And now she's fighting for her life, and she's somebody's grandma.
Police say they are interviewing witnesses at this time. They couldn't say if they had those 2 men in custody. As I mentioned before, they brought 2 men out of one of these homes. Not sure if those 2 men are the suspects. They say they want to get these men off the streets, calling what they did as careless and reckless. Coming up new at 10, you'll hear from neighbors who saw that little girl just moments after being shot. In Birmingham tonight, Jamiese Price, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side. Yeah, Jonathan Rashad was in the middle of all of this, and he told me he didn't have time to get scared. He got low, found cover, and tried to help everyone else.
If my time is up, let me know right now.
When this 18-year-old isn't playing the guitar and singing, he's serving our country as an Alabama Army National Guardsman. And on Thanksgiving night, his training was put to the test.
Not even a minute after we had gotten into the store that the gunshots were fired.
Rashad Billingsley, who was at the mall with family, said there were 2 rounds of shots fired.
It was 2 shots that were fired at first, and then about a 3 to 5 second pause, and then that's when like 2 or 3 more were fired. And at that time, it was chaotic.
People were running and doing their best to get out of the mall, taking a side door exit. It was there where Rashad's path crossed with Molly's, a 12-year-old in distress.
Molly was complaining about her back hurting. I seen that she had blood on her shirt. So what I did was lifted her shirt up, and then when I lifted it up, I seen that she had a bullet wound.
Hoover Hoover police say Molly was an innocent bystander shot by a stray bullet. Rashad quickly took action.
I just told the police officer to just give me a shirt so I could apply pressure to the wound so she wouldn't bleed out or anything.
He stayed with Molly until medics arrived, an act of kindness that touched many, including the 12-year-old's mother who penned this note on Facebook.
I was at the right place at the right time, and I have a good heart. I feel as it was just pure goodness of my heart. You know, that's how I was raised, and I just couldn't let the little girl sit there and, you know, and just suffer.
And some good news for that family. According to Molly's mom's Facebook, the 12-year-old is back home tonight, and she is thankful for the community's prayers. In the studio, Jamiese Price, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side. We've seen the headlines.
It ain't hard to get a gun. You just gotta know what you're doing.
Guns are ending up inside our schools.
A Smith & Wesson 9.
And on the streets.
It was a kill tech, a 9mm.
And the people carrying the guns are getting younger.
I know somebody else got it, so I feel like if I ain't got it, then they got the upper hand on me. So that's why I just keep it with me just in case.
I had it for a reason. I ain't had it just to show it off.
I met 3 young men from 14 to 17 years old who each had access to a gun and was caught with one.
I was hanging out in the project, and then some of the boys I was beefing with, they walked up on me, and I ain't had nothing on me and my partners. So they started shooting at us. So then we went in the trap, got our guns, we started shooting back at them.
Their actions caused them to get expelled from school. When no other school would take them, Maranathan Academy did. The private school works with critically at-risk students, many of whom are victims of violence or exposed to it.
Students enter Maranathan wounded, looking for a place to belong, but they emerge equipped to excel.
And that's because the focus goes beyond just education.
We do work with the whole child. We don't just concentrate on the academic requirements so that they can graduate from middle school or high school. We concentrate on changing mindsets and behaviors.
And the work is already starting to make a difference.
I feel like this is second chance, so I feel good that they accepted me.
The school is based off of private donations and contributions, and students must pay to attend. There's currently a jazz concert fundraiser scheduled for May the 10th to help raise money for students who may need it. To find out how you can help, visit our WBRC News app. In Birmingham tonight, Jamiese Price, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.
Good insight there, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bree, a spokesperson with the Housing Authority said there's no sugarcoating this. No one should be living in these conditions. So several managers made it out to Gate City to see those conditions for themselves. That tenant is now moving to a new apartment, but she wants to know, why did it take so long?
Literally, every day I go through this all day, every day.
Kiara Griffin showed us around her Gate City apartment. And the floor is covered in brown water and what she describes as sewage. But it gets worse.
I deal with this every day. Like, they're really treating me like an animal.
That's her bathtub. For the last 2 weeks, she's had to shower at her friend's home, but Kiara says the problem started well before then.
It started back in July. I told them about the problem, and I put in several work orders, called them, and nothing has been done. I come home from work, the lady upstairs, she washes her clothes, flushes her toilet, takes a shower, and it comes down to my kitchen or my bathroom.
She says getting nowhere, she turned to social media and posted these pictures and videos online.
To not have come to this point. But we're at this point now, and we're here to make it right.
Birmingham Housing Authority spokesperson Joseph Bryan said they were only made aware of the problem today.
Our president and CEO, Michael Lundy, sent us here, said fix the problem, find out what happened, why it happened, and come up with a plan to prevent it from happening again.
Meanwhile, Kiara is grateful her living conditions have changed.
I'm getting a new unit. It took almost a year for me to get a new unit. It's crazy. I had to go through all this, but I'm glad y'all did come and help me. I'm glad. I'm really glad.
The Housing Authority is also working to determine a timeline of events. When did Kiara first report the problems and what was done since then? I'm also told that the person who lived above her is also moving, as they believe her unit may be the source of the problem. In Birmingham tonight, Jamiese Price, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.